Okay. Well, just not even 5 minutes ago, I was sitting on this toilet and on a pair of light tan underwear. I did. I made a video and I was sitting here and they were light tan. I swear to God, I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are. I have no idea where they are. I don't know where they are. I mean, I really don't know where they are. I don't know where I put them. I mean, I don't know where they are. I just had them on. I mean, I just fucking had them on. Like, they were right there. They were right here on the floor. I had them on. I'm getting ready to drink this right here. Right here. I just made this ice in this glass. I'm getting ready to drink this right here. Ginseng Up Original. Yeah. Here's the receipt where I bought it. EBT food sale. Yeah. I bought this on July 11th, 2025. Saturday, a Friday, because July 4th was on Friday. I swear to God, it's Friday. I don't know. But anyway, this is July 11th. I paid $2.59 for it. EBT food balance, $377.69. Total by card. Oh, total by cash. Oh, I had to pay cash. Oh. No. I guess it was. Oh. I don't know. Wait a minute. Total by card, $2.82. And I paid cash $2.71. I paid $5 and how much did I pay for this? $2.59 on this is $2.59 for by food. This says I paid $2.82. What the fuck? I don't know. EBT $2.59. $2.59 on my EBT card. You know what? I tell you what. This is more serious than finding my underwear. I'm getting ripped off. Look at this receipt. Well, I don't really care about my underwear. I mean, they're not on. Where the hell's my fucking underwear? Where's my underwear at? What did I do? I was in the other room. I mean, come on now. This happens to me all the time. I'm telling you, it does. I was sitting right here, and I had those underwear on. I didn't open that. I got up and walked in the other. I got up. Oh, wait a minute. I got up. Oh, that glass was in here. It was sitting next to this one, so it'd be cold. And I got ice out of there. And the bottle, see the bottle was where? The bottle was in here. It was sitting there on this table. So the bottle was sitting on this table. The bottle was sitting right there. So, maybe I dropped the underwear in here. On the ground floor. Well, here's these pants here. Well, here's these. I'll put these on. So I'm not naked. I don't want to expose myself. For God's sakes, I don't want to be naked. Well, I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know where they are. They're here inside this house somewhere. My underwear. That bottle was sitting on this nightstand here by my bed. It was. I want to tell you something. This happens to me all the time. Right here inside my house. It does. It happens to me all the time. Like, where in the hell is my underwear? I just had them on. I swear to God. I mean, I had them on. Here's my shirt. Oh, here they are. They're over here. Well, I want to ask you something. Like, how the hell they get all the way over there? Like, really? Come on. Like, you think I walked all the way? I mean, well, I picked him up, I guess, on the floor or something and carried him in here and threw him over there somewhere. Like, there's a back scratcher. I use this to scratch my back with, like this. I mean, I know where that was. I mean, I had that there. I did, but how did these underwear? Right here? These underwear right here. How'd they get all the way over there? I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, they're pretty big. They're a pretty big pair of underwear. Yeah. I don't know whatever size they are. What size are they? Hanes. Oh, they're 2XL. 2XL. And these underwear are 2XL. 2XL underwear. Well, with a little place, you know, put your piddly goes in there. This is how they make underwear in America. For men's underwear, yeah. That's how they make men's underwear in America. I don't know how they make underwear in other countries. I have no idea. This is an American brand. This is what you have to do. You have to do this. Well, you're supposed to stand up. Yeah, well, that's how they think you're supposed to pee in America. Yeah, here I've got these underwear on. This is how they think you're supposed to pee. They're right-handed to begin with. So, here you are, you're standing from your bed, and then you gotta put your right hand in here, put this thing like this, and then pull your pee diddly out, and then try to pee. I mean, can you imagine all that? Or do this? Hell, that's why I like to sit down. That's why I like to sit down. I prefer to sit down to pee, because who wants to do all that? That's what they expect you to do in America. To piss. Get pissed on or pissed off. You piss all over your clothes like that way. Oh, my swear to God. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Well, I had these same pants on here the other day in a video. I did, actually. I'm wearing these underwear. You should have seen the underwear that Drew had on her show today. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is how that's what you gotta do. Put your pee diddly in here. Got it in here and over here like this. I swear to God. And then like this. So here you gotta fish it out like this. You know? I mean, find a place, then shake it off, and then get yourself all wet. Can you imagine? Well, this is a men's color of underwear. It was a package, well, beige, I guess. Well, yeah. What color is this? Does this look like man's underwear? This beigey? Well, this is what you get from Hanes. Hanes. That's an American brand. Yeah. Oh, well. Here, let me open this. This Ginseng. Ginseng up. Ginseng up. The original. I just opened it. I just opened this. I just opened it. Ginseng up. Yeah. Ginseng up. Ginseng up. High potency ginseng original. Here's the nutritional facts. 140 calories. Where is it from? Who makes it? What country is it from? Oh, well, of course, made in United States of America. And this glass bottle, if you turn it in for recycling, see, this is how poor people in America make money, because they don't give them anything to help them. This glass bottle, well, this is why we recycle things in New York City. I try to separate it out, cans and glass bottles, because a poor person rummages through the garbage. So I try to use clear bags and things, Well, not a bag like this. You can't see through there. So I try to use a bag like this that I get for free, like this, for free for vegetables and things. So then after I drink this, which I am, I'll put it in here, cans and bottles. So when I put it in the garbage, well, my garbage is a cage. It's like a cage. You could put a person in it and lock them inside of it. It's got a latch just like I swear to God, I remember when they put them in, they look like animal cages, but that's what you put the garbage in. Yeah, it looks like an animal cage. It's two cages. Why, you could put, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 adults inside there, four men and a bunch of children. You could put a bunch of children in these two cages I have, and then come pick that thing up and just burn them up or do any heinous thing. That's what they do here. Because why? This is worth, see here, it says 5-cent deposit. So that means I, Ronnie-Dean-Ward, paid 5 cents to the government of the United States that the government of the United States keeps until somehow someone, well, if I'm poor and get this bottle in what's it say? See how tiny it is? I tell you what, if you're poor and homeless, if you're homeless or poor and living in poverty, listen to the kids. I have little children in my building, and their parents have to do shit like this. I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. Why would I lie about something as awful as that? So in New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, I can't even read the damn thing. It's so tiny. In New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Maine, Vermont, Oregon, Iowa. Oh, I don't know. I can't even see it. I can't even read it. On this magnification, I can't even read it. I can't focus to read it. Well, they know it's glass. So it's worth 5 cents. 5 US cents. CA cash refund. I don't know what that means. Welcome to America, everybody. This is life in America. I used to collect tin cans when I was in college at Columbia College. I started college in September 1st of 1982. Me and my friend that I think his name is Alan or Al or Alan, A-L-A-N or Al or Al or A or I don't know, Al. I guess I call him Al. I don't really know what his name is. It could have been Albert or Alan or I don't know, Al or Brad. We had just Al, I think, and called him Al and Ron, whatever. Yeah, Al and Ron, and, whatever. I think, well, Al or something, I guess Al or Al. Everybody. We would go and collect tin cans ourselves. I did. And take them and cash them in and buy, like, Boone's Farm wine and cold duck champagne and shit to drink. Because I was really poor, so that's what we did. Thank God, Missouri. Missouri's not on this list anymore. Well, that's how I drank. Because I couldn't buy liquor with my money, because my family kept track of that. And yeah, I had a bank account and everything. I can't take money out and spend it for liquor. My God, my parents would have freaked out. My grandparents would have freaked out. Are you kidding me? So I had to go collect tin cans because I was very tightly regulated when I went to college. I was. They're very religious people. Yeah, Southern Baptist people. Yeah, every penny I had was very regulated, like it should be. So I had to go collect tin cans. I don't know. We'd partied and drank and carried on. I really don't know how we did it, but there was a little bar called Three Cheers just down at the hotel, and a place called the Blue Note. Red wine. They play at the end of the night every night and everything. But anyway, here we go. So here it is. Ginseng up. Ginseng up. Made in America. I don't know the name of the company. It's made in America. Ah, look at that. Ginseng up. Oh, it fizzes and everything. Fizzy Pfizer. Oh, there we go. Well, here we go. How much is it? Oh, well, I don't know. Here we go. The cool, refreshing taste of the ginseng up. You put the lime in the coconut and drink your ginseng up. Oh, it's nice. Oh, it is. It's not all sugary tasting. It doesn't taste sugary. No, it's nice. Let's don't waste any. You can't afford to waste this. $5 for this? Almost $6 for this. Well, you can't afford to waste it. My God, no. I only bought one. It's 12 fluid ounces. $300. Wait a minute. Here, let me get my magnifying glass out. Right here. I could find that right away. I knew where that was, right here. I lost my underwear, remember? They got all the way in the other room. Okay. Ginseng up. What's it say? Hold on a minute. Don't be afraid of the dark. $355 milliliters. 355 milliliters. So let's just round it up to $6. This was $5 plus adding some shit and the deposit and all that. Remember all that? Yeah. So let's just call it $6. Six US dollars. United States dollars. Whatever, a dollar. Whatever a dollar's worth today. $6 for that. There's my other little phone. Cellulation. I'm going to do the math. Let's say it's $6, and there's 355 milliliters. So I'm going to give you the cost per milliliter. 355 milliliters. I swear to God, that's what it says. Isn't it milliliters on? 12. Let's do this. This is easier. because I understand ounces. I'll give you that's weight now, not volume. Weight. I guess for the liquid. The liquid weight, not the glass bottle weight. The weight of this liquid. The net weight. It says, well, it's fluid ounces. Well, volume of the fluid. That is 12 ounces in this bottle. This bottle holds 12 ounces. So 12 ounces. So let's $6 for 12 ounces. Well, that's easy then. 12 ounces. If it's 12 ounces and I said $6, that's what I got. What times 12 is $6? 50 cents. Half a US dollar per ounce. Per ounce. 50 cents. A John F. Kennedy $50. Kennedy's on $50 here. So it takes a JFK piece of coin to get 1 fluid ounce. That's how much they think of Kennedy, I guess. I mean, I don't know how to convert that. So it's 50 cents per ounce. 50 cents per ounce. Well, 50 cents per ounce. And 355 milliliters is 12 ounces. So 355 355 milliliters is 12 ounces. So we can do this. We can do this. Yeah, because we know it's 50 cents per ounce. I'm going to convert the cost to milliliters. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. Calculator. So it's 50 cents per 1 ounce. So 355 milliliters. 355 milliliters is what that is, divided by 12. Equals 29.583333. 29 milliliters. 29 milliliters of liquid. So get something and draw up 29 milliliters. And that's 50 cents worth of liquid. 50 cents worth of liquid. It is 50 cents worth of liquid. 50 cents of liquid. A liquid. You pay 50 cents for it. Almost 51. We'll just call it 50. I'm not joking, bro. You just saw me doing the math, right? Hang on a minute. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. What the hell's in there? In this jar? Oh, these are surgical gloves. Look at these. A whole jar of black surgical gloves. Black. They're black surgical gloves. I got a whole jar stuffed full of them. Yeah. Yes. It's a whole jar full of black surgical gloves. Yeah. Here's a jar full of stuff. Oh, here. Need to start a fire? Yeah. Need to make a fire? Is what you have to do to have a lighter in this country. To start a fire in New York. Tell it to light my stove or whatever. Oh, here. Oh, here's a whole jar full of vapes. I tell you, welcome to America. Well, you know how much a milliliter is, I guess. I'm not going to worry about it too much. How much a milliliter is? I have a syringe around here. I do have some syringes. I have syringes. I have syringes and medical gloves and potions and all kinds of... I have medical supplies. Medical supplies. Look at all this stuff I have right here. This right here. This thing. I've got little things to swish out, clean out shit. I got specimen jars. This is like a specimen jar to put a specimen in there, mix them up. I got this thing here. Yeah. Well, it's a tool. Look at this thing I got. This thing here. I mean, you know what? Here's more black gloves. Look at it in here. I got things in here that you go gather up, specimens, and tie them up and transport. Look at all this stuff. Oh, here's a scale. Got a scale, battery. I mean, god damn. I'll tell you what. Oh, look at this. This is what they sell. The stuff. I think if you smoke marijuana, if you smoke a lot of marijuana and have to go for a drug test because they're going to fire you, they'll fire you for smoking marijuana. Yeah, so if you smoke marijuana and are afraid, this thing is supposed to... a process to flush out the marijuana out of your piss or something. a whole industry for that. A whole industry for that. Well, let's forget about... I don't want to show you the syringes because those are illegal. You can't buy those. Yeah, they regulate syringes here. Medical syringes. If you have to do... if you have to inject yourself with insulin, you got to get those through a medical doctor's office with a prescription even. Yeah, I have some. I'm glad I didn't show them to you because that's contraband. It's contraband because I don't have the prescription for them. Don't take insulin. So I have to get syringes on the black market. Yeah, because I can't get them. Because I don't have a doctor to prescribe me for insulin. That'd be fraud. So I have to get syringes. They're here in the house somewhere. Hidden. I have them hidden here in the house. I didn't hide my underwear. For God's sakes, no. But I couldn't find that. Well, I do have them. I think I do. Here's somewhere. They're contraband. If I got caught with those syringes, they would say, Ronnie-Dean-Ward, do you have a prescription for these needles to inject? Are you poisoning people? Or what are you, shooting up drugs or heroin or something? I'd be in big trouble. So I have some for medical purposes. To get medicine and stuff and all kinds of things. Because it's black market medications that people need. I saw some medication the other day that says $55,000 for a vial of medicine. Some kind of medicine. $55,000 for a little vial of medicine. It looks like this. This isn't medicine. I think it is, though. I think this is medicine. Oh, here. Like this size. See this? This is medicine. Here, this is medicine right here. I've had this a long time. This has my name on it. I think it does. Well, I don't know, does it? I think it does. Oh, yeah, see here? It says... Ronnie-Ward. Yeah. From Olympia Pharmacy. Olympia Pharmacy. Mail order. Mail order pharmaceuticals. I've had this since June 23rd, 2001. I've had this package for 4 years. 4 years. 4 years. 4 years. 4 years. Right here it is. 4 years. Right here it is. 4 years I've had this. Yeah. Yeah, 4 years. It's not been used. No, it's new. It's still in the box. It's still in the box. It's not been punctured. No, it's new. It's sterile. It's phenylephrine. 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 5 milliliters. There's 5 milliliters in here. So we said 29 milliliters. So see how much liquid's in here. Can you see how much liquid's in here? This is 5 milliliters in here. So take that amount of liquid. It's half this bottle. The liquid fills this bottle halfway up. Halfway. So just take that and put put 6 of these bottles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bottles. 6 bottles. 6 little bottles like that, filled halfway up with this liquid. And that cost you 50 cents for that. Do you see why medicine costs $55,000 for a thing when it's 50 cents for 6? 6 is 30 milliliters. Yeah, what's 50 cents divided by 6? 50 cent. 50 divided by 6 bottles. 8.3 cents. Yeah. 8.3 cents for 5 milliliters. 8.3 cents for this. 8.3 cents for 5 milliliters. 8.3 cents for 5 milliliters divided by 5 equals a penny and a half, or 3 pence. 3 pence? A penny and a half is 3 pence. No, 3 pence is 3 pennies. So take a 3 pence piece. Well, how many shillings in a pence? 3 pence is how many shillings? Because don't they use pence and shillings in London? So 10 milliliters of this Zing Zing thing, 10 milliliters is 2 pence. 2 pence? 10 milliliters is 2 pence. Or 6 cents. Oh, I swear to God. Bro, Ronnie-Ward from the day. Thank God I found my underwear. Yeah. Oh, well, on my mark. 33 minutes. 50 seconds. Well, here, let's see what's on television. Let's see what's on my digital TV. Why not? So we can find out what fucking day it is around here. So I can find out what day it is. Yeah, what day is it? Well, I try to keep track of the days by what's on TV. I try to. I'm not joking, you know. I mean, this is not a joke. No, this is how I live. I've lived like this for March 8th, 2020 is when the pandemic began for me. I've been doing this for 5.5 March, April, May, June, July, August. 4 months. 5 years and 4 months. Yeah, or 13 months, 5 periods of 13 months. Yeah. That's how long I've been living like this. Yeah, living like this. Uh-huh. Yeah, me, Ronnie-Dean-Ward. That's how long I've been living like this. What I just said. Well, I don't know where the remote is, so I'm just going to unplug it. I'm going to unplug it and plug it back in because I can't find the remote right now. So it'll come on. It'll come on right to the channel I had it on. I think it will. Oh, here we go. I guess. Oh, my swear to God. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here we go. 2.1 WCBS. Channel 2.1. 12:08 p.m. And it's Friday. Well, I'm pretty sure it's Friday. I know this is from this is the lottery. Well, there you go. It's Friday. Today's Friday. It is Friday. It's Friday. It is Friday. I know it's Friday. I do know it's Friday. Here's how I know it's Friday. Because here's my pretend presidential calendar right here. See this? It's the presidential calendar. It's a calendar of a president, and a wannabe president. She wanted to be president. She wanted to be president. Well, he was vice president of the United States. But he was a United States Senator. Joseph Robinette Biden. You see why this is a presidential calendar? For 2025. For 2025. I got it here in New York. Well, they plan ahead here because they want to sell this shit. So they make these things way in advance. Well, I haven't seen one that has Donald Trump on it and those people. But that's a sad story. Well, see, the reign of the Democrats. The reign of the Democrats. The royal reign of royalty. Royal Biden. He's been a United States Senator since November of 1972. He was elected United States Senator in the Nixon re-election. For a second, he got swept in on Nixon's coattails because he was radically conservative. I don't think so. Joseph Biden has been in public office since Nixon's landslide victory in 1972 before Watergate happened. If there's Democratic royalty in the world for the party, it's this man right here. Joseph Robinette Biden is royalty of royalty. For reigning royalty, well, there's no other Democratic royalty besides him. Him, Joseph Robinette Biden, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, and Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Yeah. Was Grover Cleveland? I don't even know, you see. Well, that's your three royalties of men who served the office of the President of the United States. Joseph Robinette Biden, who's living, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, and Franklin Delano Roosevelt. That's why his picture's so little here. That's why his picture's so little, because he's not that important. Well, that's a woman, so let her. She was trying to become president. Projecting power. Look, because it's a presidential calendar. It is. It's all taped up now and everything. Well, because I'm a Democrat. I am. But my grandmother, my father's grandparents were Roosevelt Democrats because my grandmother's father was part of the the building roads in America and Ford things and shit. They're Roosevelt Democrats. Absolutely they are. So aren't I? But my mother's, that's my father's mom and dad. My mom's mother, Ruth Irma Allen Nay Herrick, Ruth Irma Nay Allen Herrick, A-L-L, well, she is as Republican as you can be. Very Republican. Well, she's I don't know what kind of Republican she would be, but she's Republican. She's born in 1910. Maybe she's a Herbert Hoover Republican. Well, Edith and Archie Bunker, they were. She says, yeah, but like Herbert Hoover again. Blah, 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 blah. But my grandfather served in World War II during Roosevelt. So, so she's a Hoover Republican by choice later, but she was a Roosevelt Democrat. Maybe she was a Roosevelt Democrat too. Because my grandfather served in World War II, so she's a Roosevelt Democrat. But she's born in 1910, and she's Republican. Growing up, she was as Republican as you could really be. But see, that didn't matter when I grew up. In Abingdon, Illinois, 61410. No, we didn't discuss politics. No one talked about politics. We never discussed politics. Never. Ever. No. Politics were not polite conversation for anybody to have. I don't know when that... Well, it was okay during Reagan. It was okay. Well, something happened from George H.W. Bush when he said, read my lips, no new taxes, and lost in 1992 to Bill Clinton. That's when it all changed, because there was a three-party race. Because it was Ross Perot, independent, and James Bond Stockdale from my hometown, Abingdon, Illinois, was the vice presidential candidate. The first time a national candidate for president, independent, and James Bond Stockdale, my hometown guy from Abingdon, Illinois, was on the ballot in 1992. That changed everything. Because after that, 92, then it's all hell's broke loose in politics. And how old did I turn in March of 1992? I was born in 1964. 64, 74, 84. 64, 74, 84. 94. I was 28 years old on March 21st, 1992. And so that November, which I didn't even think about politics in 92 either. I wasn't. No. I'm just reflecting back. Little did I know that the November 1992 election and things leading up to that, I didn't follow politics like that. Not at all. Politics wasn't even part of my thinking. I moved to Connecticut in 1990. I was in law school from 87 to 90 during the Berlin Wall thing and all that. I didn't think about anything. No, not at all, you see. But if I had to say that was going to change everything, that was the election that changed it all then. If I only knew then. Well, I'm quoted in the day paper the Sunday before the election of 92. There's a calendar on here. There's a calendar on here. There is a calendar on here. Hang on a minute. I'll go back to 92. on this calendar. I will. It'll take me a little while to get back to 92. 1 month at a time? Yeah, 1 month at a time. Because I'm going to do it here. Because that's what I'm doing. Just so you can see how many months it is. I'm going back 1 month at a time. Every flick of my finger is a month. Every flick of my finger is a month. 1 month. Every flick of my finger is a month. I've got to go all the way back to 92. That many months. 1 month at a time. I'm at 2011. Look how far I have to go back. In time. If I could turn back time, I was on my ways. No, 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 no. I say, if I could turn back time. I'm not your average bear, boo-boo. I am not your average bear, boo-boo. Almost there. We're almost there. Almost to 92. I'm at 97 now. 96. Well, that's the year that Clinton got reelected. Here we are, 94. 94. Almost there. 93. November 92. November 1992. The election was on the 3rd. November 3rd, 1992. It's not about Clinton being elected. No, it's about the contest. Ross Perot and James Bond Stockdale for the Independent. George H.W. Bush and Dan Quayle standing for re-election. Dan Quayle from Indiana, George H.W. Bush, and a newcomer who had been the governor of Arkansas, and his wife, Hillary Rodham Clinton. The beginning of their empire. Clinton went from a governor of a state called Arkansas, where Huckabee's from now, and he's the ambassador to Israel now. Huckabee, the former governor of Arkansas, and his daughter's the governor of Arkansas. Arkansas now has rock-solid Republican control. And Huckabee is now the ambassador of the United States to Israel. That's where Clinton and Hillary, that's where Bill Clinton and his wife Hillary Clinton started. He was governor of Arkansas from a little place called Hope. And he became president of the United States. Elected on November 3rd, 1992. And look at him now. And her. How do you do that? And Barack Obama. I mean, I'm not against any of these people. No, I'm not. I'm for everybody. I'm for all these people. I'm for him, and I'm for her. Because she's a former vice president of the United States. He's a former president and a United States senator. He's a former senator forever. And then vice president for this guy. And then president. I'm for every single president and vice president of the United States of America. I don't care. Fuck the senator. Well, senators are important, but I'm for every single one. How could I not be and be American? You see what I'm saying? I hope you understand something. And then there's another important day. Well, this is the day the contest, that election, changed everything. And then he was sworn in on, well, imagine if Ross Perot and James Bond Stockdale had won. What a different world it would be. Imagine if George H.W. Bush and Dan Quayle had been reelected. What a different world it would be. But we didn't know that back then. We know that now, don't we? It's 2025. It'll be November. That's just... last year was the presidential election. 24 was. 92 to 2024, presidential election to president. How many presidential elections were there? 1992, one. 96, one. 2001. 2004. 2008. 2012. That's 5. 2012. 2016. 2020, 2024. Bill Clinton's election to Donald Trump getting reelected the second time was 9 elections, counting Clinton's and Trump's. 9 elections. That's 4 years each, 36 years. 36 years? Yeah. Imagine that. And the other important date, as far as I'm concerned, is right here. From November 3rd, Election Day, November 3rd, 1992, to this date, till 1999. Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, 1999. Party like it's 1999. That's another significant year. Because of a guy called Prince. Party like it's 1999. Yep. I'm going to show it to you. So you know when it is. So you know when these 2 dates are. And just yesterday, I guess yesterday, the date of when the victim statements were read in the trial of a young gentleman in Idaho who murdered 4 young women, or 3 young women. Yeah, because that murder happened during COVID. The day the victim impact statements were read, because he pled guilty. And he just said, I respectfully decline to speak. Oh, but the victims spoke. Oh, that's significant. Oh, that's a significant day. That was just yesterday. There are 3 significant dates. November 3rd, 1992. The stroke of midnight, 1999. And yesterday, when the victim impact statements were read. I can put them as a group, okay? I haven't heard them all. I could go to Court TV. Nancy Grace probably covered it all. There's 1 or 2. Well, the fathers of the dead, and those that lived. I think 1 girl lived, or the girl who lived. Wasn't there 1 girl who lived, or wasn't there 1 victim wasn't there 1 person lived? The 1 person that lived, what they had to say. If there was multiple people in the home when the murder happened, didn't 1 person survive to tell a story? And then what the fathers had to say, not the mothers, what the fathers had to say. Fathers or stepfathers, yeah. what the men had to say, because that's what matters. I didn't read it. I didn't see it all. I've just seen little clips. So what those men had to say, who were fathers or stepfathers of the dead girls, were there 4 dead girls? Were there 4 girls? 4 girls, 3 dead and 1 lived? Yeah, 3 dead and 1 lived. It'd have to be 4 girls. I think there's 4. Or 2. Well, 3 girls, 2 dead and 1 lived. Yeah. Right. That's a significant day. And just the statements said in public. What they said in public, not what they wrote down, what they said in public. The 3 most significant dates that I know of ever to happen in the world forever. As far as I think 3 dates together. November 3rd, Tuesday, November 3rd, 1992. The stroke of midnight, 1999. And then 25 years. It's not 25 years yet. It's 24 years and so many days, hours, and minutes. It's 2025, but it's not 25 years. There'll be a stroke of midnight. It'll be 25 years at midnight this December 31st. So it's not 25 years. 24 years plus. 24 years plus those other 2 dates. The stroke of midnight. The stroke of midnight. 1999 to 2000. Yeah. There are no more significant dates in the world, as far as I'm concerned, than those 3 dates. That's it. I don't know about the stroke of midnight, but it seems important because we changed from 1999 to now 2000. The beginning of the 0 year to 1,000, that's 1,000 years, and next 1,000 years, and the next 1,000 years. I know it's 2, but it's the beginning of the 3rd millennium. Because the 0 year is 0 to the year 999. That's 1,000 years at midnight. 1,000 years at midnight. 999 at midnight, 1,000 years. Yeah, 1900. 1899 at the stroke of midnight, 2,000 years. 1999 at the stroke of midnight, 3,000 years. They call it the 2nd millennium, but I don't know, because they count 1 to 2, and they just say that because they don't think. It's the beginning of the 3rd 1,000 years since the 0 year, or 0. And there's, yeah, that's never will happen again. Plus, I'm telling the story. Nobody's told the story but me, so I'm just wrapped up in it somehow because I'm telling the story. That's all. I don't know why. I have no idea. I don't know why, but I'm telling the story. I am. Well, I'm not going to look it up. You got the idea, right? Ginseng up. Ginseng up. The cool, refreshing taste. You put the ingredients in it and mix it up. I got one thing to show you, though. First time I've ever seen this. I just bought this the other day. I just bought it the other day. How appropriate. How appropriate. How appropriate to have this. Right here. I've never seen this in my life. No, I haven't. I just bought this. 0, 0, 0, 0. 0 calories. Zero fat, zero sodium, zero carbohydrates, and zero protein. Canada Dry Seltzer Water Triple Berry. Zero. And what are the ingredients? Well, I'm not going to bother, but the first ingredient's water. That's it. Well, what more can I say? What more can I say? I've said a lot, but yet not enough. Oh, well. 1 hour, 30 seconds.